The intro to popular science fiction show Doctor Who has been haunting, exciting and enamouring people for over 60 years now, but there's a surprising lack of coverage on how many of these intros were created, especially the old ones. So I thought I'd change that. I'm going to explain to you how you can create your own Doctor Who intro, using the same sort of technology they would have used back then. To make this, you will need a few things. A television, in this case the cathode ray tube variety, a camcorder with an AV output and AV cables to go with it, an adapter if your TV only has SCART or another kind of input on the back or side, some string, and a model police box or Tardis. First, you'll want to turn your TV on and turn the volume down to 0. If you leave it up, the audio feedback from the camera will deafen you. You'll then want to plug your camera's AV output into the TV so what the camera sees will appear on screen. It should be long enough for you to turn the camera out at the screen, allowing it to start relaying an image of its own feed to the TV. This creates a feedback loop with a slight delay that regresses into the screen. With every relay, the signal will shrink, distort and degrade slightly until it eventually recedes into a tiny patch of light. What you now need to do is zoom in the camera. Without the borders of the screen, the camera is only recording its own view and nothing else, which should leave you with a blank canvas to start putting things in front of. You can now turn any lights off in the room so there shouldn't be as much light invading the camera view. You'll also want to turn your camera's viewport screen so its timecode disappears from the TV output, and then you're ready to start experimenting. To create light effects, you can shine your phone's torch towards the screen, keeping the phone itself out of frame. You could also use two phones to have multiple light sources. To get the effect of the Tardis floating through the time vortex, dangle your model police box on a string in front of the TV. If you get the camera and the prop in the right place, the copies of the model should align around the edges of each other and form a tunnel that the box looks like it's passing through. It's worth mentioning now that if you got the effect that you want, press record on your camera or video capture software if you're recording from TV screen to your computer. These effects can be hard to do quite owing to the unpredictability of light and camera positioning, so get what you want when you got the chance. To get the effect of the Doctor Who logo in the titles, I actually traced and cut out the logo onto paper and blue tacked it to the TV screen. I could then do all the effects I wanted to it, and I was able to create some interesting effects including duplicates of the logo and some wibbly wobbly shapes similar to the ones seen in the show's very first intro sequence. Once you've got the footage, you can finalize your DVD if you're using a DVD camera, or if you're using a VHS-C/mini DV/micro/digital 8 camcorder, use a capture device to record all the footage to your computer, or go to someone who can do it for you. There are still plenty of places on the high street that still do VHS to digital transfer. And now, you're ready to edit your intro together. There's really no set way to do this, but the structure I'd imagine most would be wibbly wobbly shapes, Doctor Who logo, TARDIS flying around. You can crossfade between each of these clips in the most basic video editors and line them up with the Doctor Who theme of your choosing. This technique, being used to make the titles from the 60s and 70s, will probably best fit with the original rendition though, written by Ron Grainer and brought to life by Delia Derbyshire and the BBC Radiophonic Workshop. I created mine by mixing a few themes together on Audacity, disguising the fade between tracks with some ominous rolling thunder. And now, relish in the result of your endeavours. So, now you know how to make your own Doctor Who intro. I realise that the actual Doctor Who channel basically did this exact video 10 years ago, but I hope that this one is at least able to add something to it, like going a bit more in depth into how you can make it or showing off some more interesting results of the process. Without further ado, I hope you have a wonderful day. If you ever make your own intro off the back of this video, feel free to show it to me via my fan mail address here. But until then, see you around.